Hi friends, my name's Christian and welcome to my new channel. I am doing the Booktube Newbie Tag because I thought that would be the perfect video to start with. So there are 7 questions and let's just jump right in. Question number 1. Why did you start this channel? I started this channel because I love reading. It is such an integral part of my life. And I wanted to share that with you guys. I just thought it would be fun to start a channel, a booktube channel specifically. And I thought it would also help me in finding more things to read because I feel like I'm reading the same thing over and over. So this is kind of also a way to challenge myself to get out there and read other things besides the typical books that I always pick up. Question number 2. What are some fun, unique things you can bring to Booktube? I don't really know how to answer this question. I may not even bring anything unique, but if you like what I read and you want some book recommendations, I can totally help you out with that. As long as I'm being myself, I think that should be sufficient, right? I mean, why be anything other than you? Question number 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? My cat is here. Do you hear her meowing? Sophie. This is Sophie. She always hangs out on my shoulder. Oh yes, kitty loves. So let's continue. I am most excited about joining the booktube community, watching all the other booktubers and how they always talk about how nice everybody is and how easy it is to make friends. And we all have the same passion. I mean, that just sounds so exciting to me. Oh yes, Sophie, I know. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? Isn't the answer kind of obvious? I feel like it's the same for everybody, but I love reading because of the escape. And not that my life is awful. It by no means is awful. But being able to live so many different lives and experience so many different experiences. I think you gotta go, kitty. It's just, reading makes me happy. That's why I love doing it. Question number 5. What book or series got you into reading? I believe for my generation, there's one of 2 book series that got anybody into reading. And I actually have both. There are like 3 different times in my life where I picked up reading and then for some reason stopped, and then I picked it up again, and then you know, you get it. So the first time I read a book series and I considered myself a reader was when I picked up Harry Potter. Of course. Harry Potter is what actually got me into reading. I loved this series. This series showed me what genre I like to read. So from there, I got to pick out a whole bunch of other different books that I weren't even on my radar because I didn't realize that I liked fantasy, that I liked magic, that young adult was gonna be my thing. You know, it actually took me 2 years to get through The Order of the Phoenix. 2 years. That's when I kind of stopped reading again. I didn't get to finish Harry Potter because I was reading it as they were coming out, and it took me so long to get to number 5 that by the time I picked it up again, they were already all out. So after I picked up Harry Potter again and I pushed myself through The Order of the Phoenix, I was like, okay, I need to read something else. What else will I like? And I think I had to pick this up for some kind of school project or something, but I found this book in my school library, and it is still one of my favorite books of all time. And that is Sweet Revenge by Nora Roberts. This book showed me that not only do I like young adult fantasy, but I also like adult fiction. But like specifically kind of thrillery type of books with a little bit of romance thrown in, because who doesn't love a good romance? This book led me to a whole bunch of other books that are on my favorites lists. And then, I graduated high school. My family and I, we moved 6 hours away from where all of my friends were. I didn't go to college because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, at least for that first year. And I was just kind of sitting at home. And then I, one day, went to Barnes & Noble, I believe, and I picked up a book that was being turned into a movie, and the first 3 books were out, and we were just waiting on the 4th one to come out. And it was actually coming out that summer. So that would be Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. Of course. Because every 18-year-old girl loved this book. This book came to me in a time when I was feeling so lonely, and my boyfriend had just broken up with me because we were long distance and we were 17, 18 years old. And I needed something in my life to obsess over. I know how awful that sounds, but I've got kind of an obsessive personality, but in a good way. It's always geared towards like fandoms and series of books. And I just devoured this series. So the 3 books that got me into reading: Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling, Sweet Revenge by Nora Roberts, and lastly, Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. These 3 books came to me at a time in my life when I absolutely needed them, and Twilight is what actually made me an avid reader, and I've just been reading ever since. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? The one question I would have is, can we get coffee sometime? I would love to pick your brain about everything. And last but not least, question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think my biggest challenge will be when I do book reviews, and I try not to do spoiler reviews. Well, I mean, not to spoil it. I'm not very good at describing plots or what a book is about without actually giving away everything, because I just want everybody to know how great the story is, but then also I don't want to ruin the story for them. So that's something that I'm sure will just come with practice, and obviously being more comfortable in front of the camera. And yeah, I think that's it. Well, thank you so much for watching my video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!